Hello, chess friends. This will be the start of my chess.com bot challenge. I'm going to be playing, starting most of the bots, not all of them. I'll play the beginner, the intermediate, and the advanced bots. I'm going to skip over the celebrities, the streamers, and the funny type of cartoon animals and things like this. Okay, so we'll start off against, I think there's 3 beginner bots rated 250. So we'll start off with E4, not best by test. And then we'll start with a classic move, knight f3. So now he's ready to play this move. First off, I could just take the pawn off. His move would probably be queen e7. If I play d4, he can play d6. My knight comes back. And then he can play queen takes pawn. I play bishop to e2. And he's wasted a lot of time. He'll get the pawn back, but he'll waste a lot of time doing it. So let's try it. Normally, I would want to defend a pawn with a piece, develop a piece at the same time, but in this case, he's a pawn down. So I want to make sure he stays a pawn down. So I'll play this move d3, even though that move basically makes my bishop a little bad. Okay, so now he's a piece down, period. Queen e7 will get a pawn back, but that's okay. b5. This move doesn't stop my basic plans. My basic plan will be to develop my pieces, develop my minor, get a foothold in the center. I've done that first. Secondly, develop minor pieces. So we'll develop this piece here. We'll develop this piece here, yes. Or maybe e2. Because after he opens this up, his bishop may want to come to g4. And that'll be there. Okay. Now he wants to gain space on the queen side. In this position, it's not such a great plan, I don't think, because he doesn't have enough development. So let's go ahead and continue to develop our pieces. Here we will castle our king and await further developments. Queen here. Now I can develop a minor piece and attack the queen at the same time. To go here, you can play something like this, and I don't mind trading pieces and to bring my knight back to f3. Or he can block with the pawn, but that's still not a developing move, so he's wasting more and more time. Now my knight's under attack, so I'll simply bring it back to safety. By pushing this, he's opening up lines for his, he's opening up lines, and I have the better development, so when you have a better development, it's good to allow lines to be open. If you're behind development, it might be good to do something like push the pawn pass to keep lines closed. Lines I'm talking about are ranks, which are horizontal columns, files, which are vertical columns, and diagonals, which are diagonal columns, of course. I'll take that. Now I can recapture this pawn here, so I'm winning another pawn. However, I'll lose this pawn. But in that case, I will capture his rook, he can capture this bishop, and then I'll capture his knight. On the other hand, if I take this pawn here, and he takes this pawn here, I can play this move. Well, rather than capturing this pawn, why not capture this with check? Yes, I'll do that. Then the bishop can come back here and guard this pawn if I need to. Now I'm considering capturing this pawn. Leaves this one undefended. He takes this pawn. Now I take his rook. And if he takes this pawn threatening my rook, I will play bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, and then bishop goes here, guarding the rook. So I see it as a good sequence for me. So let's go. Of course, if he challenges my queen with bishop to b7, then I simply take the rook. Okay. So I would take that rook now, unless he can trap my queen. The only way to try to trap my queen would be bishop here, but that wouldn't work because the bishop would be pinned on this horizontal line on the 8th rank. So it seems safe to take the rook. I want to take every piece or pawn offered, unless I have a good reason not to. And that is Capablanca's maxim. Now he wants to castle. I think I could just develop, and I would be fine just developing another piece. But if I can get away with trading queens, or forcing him to go to a passive position to avoid a trade of queens, I think that's even better. So let's go here. Especially since my time is running down. That knight is pinned. I have a saying, if a piece is pinned, attack it again. Oh, he can't castle. I forgot about that. So let's go ahead and attack that knight again. I forgot that he moved his rook and he can't castle at all. I'll take every piece or pawn offered unless I see a good reason not to. Okay, so I think I want to develop a piece now to get my other rook into play. Or I could attack the knight for a third time here, so defend only twice. The king comes up. Rook takes knight, bishop takes, and then knight takes bishop. And so I'm getting two minor pieces for two minor pieces for the rook. Minor pieces are queens and bishops, which are $3 each. Let's play. We're running out of time here. In this situation, he didn't move his king up, and so I would just take this with check. So now it's a different variation. And I'll take this here. Now if his king moves up, I can just bring my rook back. he didn't bother with that. He just wants to offer me more material. Um, I think I can threaten here. Bishop g5. If he plays f6, I play knight takes, rook, and if a bishop takes, pawn takes bishop, then knight takes pawn on h7. Or I could just take the rook, it's easier. Just take the rook, that's fine. Time to develop more pieces. This is called a battery. When two rooks are lined up on a file, which is a vertical column, or a rank, which is a horizontal column, two rooks, or a queen and a rook. And also batteries when a queen and bishop are lined up on the same diagonal, like this. It's called a diagonal column. Okay, so here we go. Let's go. Let's go here first. I think I'm going to go here first. Now he's made it easier. Now this very little way to escape now. Let me calculate it. Still a rook left here. King to h. And now the rook will come here and would mate in the corner there. Okay. And that was how I beat Martin with the white pieces. Hope you learned something from that. And please, thank you for watching. Please give me a like if you like that and subscribe for more content.